You guys, what is up? It is Manny Watkins here, back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys all of the top keys, tricks, whatever you want to call it, to be a better point guard, to be the best point guard, to be the number one point guard on your team, and then the number one point guard in the state, and then the number one point guard in the country. But that's all gonna be up to you. You just gotta take these tips and go work at them every day. So don't forget, hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. It allows me to continue to do these videos and help you guys take your game to the next level. So, being a point guard, everyone knows point guard is the head of the snake, if you will. The point guard is the extension of the coach. Good teams, most of the time, have good point guards. If you look at teams like, say, who won the national championship, I know it's been quarantined, we didn't have an NCAA tournament this year, but you look at the last team, Virginia, they had really good guards. Texas Tech, who played them, they had really good guards. Duke always has really good guards. North Carolina always has really good guards. These schools that you want to get to, and if you're past college, NBA, you can't find a team that doesn't have a really good point guard. Point guards are arguably the most important position on the court. It is vital that you have a strong point guard, and these tips and tricks are going to help you become that. Like, they're going to help you, the viewers, become the best, absolute best point guard in the gym on any given day. So, tip one. Know what your team needs. Now, when people say point guard, everyone starts to think, okay, well, like, there's point guards who shoot all the time, but if you really want to be a good point guard, you got to be pass first, like a Chris Paul or something like that. Not necessarily, and this is why I think my channel is one of the best on YouTube for helping out people take it to the next level, because I go into more detail on some of these thoughts and some of these theories. So, being a point guard, yes, you need to get the team running. You need to continue to push forward and get everybody to come with you, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to just be a pass first. Be a pass first. You have to understand what your team needs. If your team needs you to go score, you need to be a scorer. If you realize, like, hey guys, I have the matchup problem, my man cannot guard me, I'm gonna go be a scorer, regardless of if I'm the point guard or whatever. You don't have to be pass first. This pass first notion that's what point guards are is baloney. It's trash. It's trash. Just throw it out of your head. Don't listen to it. Be what your team needs. You are the head of the snake, like I said. And if your team needs you to score, go do that. If your team needs you to get, the big man involved because he's a little discouraged, go do that. Read the game and provide what your team needs. Second thing, get some handles, man. This one's kind of self-explanatory, but you got to be able to keep the ball on a string. It is key. You're going to have the ball in your hands a lot of times. You're going to have the ball in your hands the majority of the game. You got to get the ball on a string. I'm going to be posting a video of stationary ball handling drills that you can do that are going to get your handles as tight as a knot. So be able to handle the ball. That is going to be one of the major keys in being a really good point guard. You can't get the ball stolen. If you can't control the ball, how are you going to be able to make the right pass to the open guy at the exact moment that it needs to be there? How are you going to be able to drive to the basket and score a basket if that's what the team needs? How are you going to be able to do anything that we're talking about for the rest of the video if you can't control the ball? So you got to have handles. Look at all the top point guards in the league. They got the best handles in the world. And you have to add that to your game. So if your handle's a little shaky, work on your handle, because that is, if you don't have a good handle, that's going to stop you from being an elite point guard. The next thing, understanding every position and where it's supposed to go on every single play. Now you're thinking, why do I have to worry about what the center is doing? Why do I have to worry about what the small forward is doing? You do. You really do. You are the point guard. I've said it. This is going to be the third time I've said it. You are the head of the snake. You need to know where your men need to be and where they're going. So if they forget, you got the ball, you're directing traffic. That's what a point guard does. The point guard directs traffic. The point guard leads the ship through the storm. And you cannot do that unless you understand every facet of the play you're running. If you only know what you're supposed to be doing, you don't know if something else is messed up over here, and it might, in turn turn into a turnover or a bad shot because you thought that was the right play to make, or you thought that they were supposed to be there when they weren't. So you have to understand every position and every single play. Ways to do this: get in the film room. Get in the film room, watch the plays that you guys run over and over again and study, take notes on who does what. Another thing, talk to your coach. Understand okay, hey coach, so what do you want, the shooting guard to do here? What do you want the center to do here? They'll tell you, build up that knowledge just by talking to your coach. But you have to do those things as a point guard if you want to be really good. You can be a so-so point guard and not do these things I'm telling you. I mean, go ahead, be my guest. But the people who listen to or watch the Manny Watkins basketball YouTube channel, we want to be really good. We want to be great. We want to be the best. We don't want to go into a gym, or we don't want to go into a season, just expecting average, because that's not what we do. I don't expect average on this YouTube channel. I know it's just now starting, but I don't want my viewers to expect average either. I do expect for you to hit the like button though, hit the subscribe button, because it really does help me out, but I don't expect you to be average. So don't do that. The next thing is talk. Yeah, that's simple. Talk. Be vocal on the court. Now I know a lot of people are like, hey, well, I'm just not a vocal person. I'm an introvert. I let my game do the talking. That's good. I understand that, and that's really good. And if that's the way you play, let your game do the talking. But as a point guard, you've got to be vocal. You've got to be talking. You've got to be orchestrating the game. If you're just silent, kind of like a Kawhi Leonard, if you're like that, it's going to be tough for some of your teammates who might not be on your level. It's good for someone who is at the peak of their game, and they're not worried about bringing up everyone else. But as a point guard, that's part of your job, is to make everyone around you better. So if you're not talking, if you're not communicating with your guys, communicating with the coach, communicating with the ref on how they're reffing the game, you're not elevating the rest of your team. You might be out there, getting 20, driving to the basket, not saying a word. It might be good for you. But as a point guard, you have to make your team better. That is your number one goal, apart from winning the game. You got to make everyone better. So being vocal is super important. The next tip: have a strong relationship with your coach. Now, I know I'm going to get beat up for this one. As, oh man, my coach sucks. He doesn't let me play. He doesn't let me play my game. All this and all that. There are bad coaches out there. I mean, there's bad coaches out there. That's just the way it is. There's bad people in every single profession. But the teams that win at a high level and win consistently, every player for the most part has a good relationship with the coach, but the point guard has a strong relationship with the coach. The point guard is an extension of the coach on the floor. You need to have a strong relationship with your coach, so your coach trusts you on if you want to make a judgment call that might be off script, and you feel the confidence to make that call because you have trust in your coach, because you guys have a strong relationship. It's that simple. Have a good relationship with your coach, and that's going to unlock your game even more. You'll be able to do some things that maybe your coach doesn't feel 100% comfortable with. But because you have a strong relationship, because you guys have that trust, because you guys have mended this over the course of the season or the course of the off season, whatever it may be, it's just going to be better for you. It's going to be a lot better for you. And if it's better for you and you're the point guard that you're trying to be, it's going to be better for the entire team. So have a strong relationship with the coach. And if you don't have one right now, you know, be intentional and go try to build that relationship, because it builds trust, and trust allows you to unlock your game even further. Promised you guys I'd give you a bonus tip, and this is a tip that I've noticed in the past few years. It is one that I've seen NBA guys, and not only NBA, but all high-level athletes kind of add into their game. And to be honest, I feel like Kawhi Leonard was the one who kind of brought this into the forefront, just because of what he did with Toronto last year, by propelling them to the title. But that tip is even keel, staying even keel. And I know you're thinking like, what kind of tip is this? Trust me, guys, trust me. This is an enormous tip that I am still trying to, you know, incorporate into my daily life, not only just in basketball, but into my daily life. As a point guard, you'll see and you'll notice a lot of times your team's emotion is going to go how your emotion goes. You are the leader of the team, most likely. So if you're, you know, rah-rah up here, really, you know, up, the team's going to be up. But then also if you're, you know, down, you know, discouraged, you're going to look to your right and your left, and you're going to see your, you know, your shooting guard and your small forward doing the same thing. So staying even keel, never getting too high, never getting too low, and just staying focused is vital as a point guard. Your main job is to win the game, like I said, but doing that, you have to elevate your team. And if they can look at you and see how cool, calm, and collected you are, that's only going to make them feel better. That's only going to make them relax. You know, playing relaxed will make you play better by a long shot versus playing, you know, tense and worried about everything that could go wrong. If you can just relax, stay focused, stay even keel, you turn the ball over, okay, go to the next play. You make a big shot, okay, that's great. Go to the next play. You'll watch the NBA playoffs. See how these guys, after they win the game, they know the job isn't done. So they're not, you know, going crazy. They're not going nuts about one win. You have to win 16 games to win the NBA playoffs. You have to win 16. It's a lot of games to win against the best teams in the world. So they know, you know, winning one game isn't doing anything really. You got to win 16 against the best teams. It is a daunting task. So staying even keel, and you'll see these guys in the interview, they're like, hey, the job's not done, man. It's fortunate we got this one. This is good that we won, but the job is not done. So being the best point guard you can possibly be, you got to stay even keel. I even know my last few years at Arkansas, I was always like, if I did something good, I was, you know, crazy yelling to the crowd. If I did something bad, you know, my hand was in my head. And it wasn't until my senior year that I figured out, let's just keep going. Life is a marathon. Just keep going. You know, don't get too high, don't get too low. Stay focused. You know, keep your emotions in check. And I saw my game go to new levels when I decided to implement this mindset opposed to the up, down, roller coaster mindset. So, you know, next time you're in heated competition and something goes your way, focus, even keel. Something doesn't go your way, focus, even keel, and watch how your game transforms. Watch how your team rallies around your mindset, and watch it take your game to the next level. Anyway, guys, that's the video for today. This is the Manny Watkins Basketball Channel, where we're trying to go for greatness every single day. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. I really need your guys' engagement. Tell me what you want me to make a video of. I'm more than happy to look into it. I love making these videos. This is awesome. I'm so glad that I decided to do this. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. You know, I'm pretty active on those as well. This is the Manny Watkins Basketball Channel. See ya.